Alright, so this video is going to be my final part of my top 10 dramas of 2018. Okay, so this video is going to be structured like this. I will name the honorable mentions, and I will only give out 3 honorable mentions, and it will only take about 5 minutes or less. Now, then I will go to number 1. Now, these are the people that I've mentioned in ranks 10 through 2. Speechy, Fox Goodman, Quinn Reviews, Jello Apocalypse, Timos Boss, Volks84, Sub to David Land, The Magic Koopa, and WSIG. We have a few more dramas to mention here, so anyways, without further ado, let's get this final part started. Okay, this is our first spot on the honorable mentions list. Good Morning America and Super Mario Logan. Now, before these two videos and their article were even made on YouTube and Super Mario Logan, this drama started in February, believe it or not, and it all started whenever Good Morning America made a tweet to YouTube warning them about a specific YouTube channel who posts inappropriate content, and that channel being Super Mario Logan, of course. YouTube was on the case and they immediately demonetized Logan's channel again because their channel was first demonetized back in December, and it was their first demonetization in 2 months, which is not good because they were already starting to lose a bit of revenue during the winter, and SML started to lose ads. They couldn't really upload as many videos as they would have wanted to because the channel wasn't making any revenue whatsoever. And that's part of the reasons why SML doesn't upload too much on their own channel anymore. Now, everyone was pretty outraged by this. Everyone was outraged by YouTube because SML fans thought that that YouTube had a biased hatred for Super Mario Logan. Well, it wasn't found out until May, whenever Good Morning America made their videos on Super Mario Logan's and YouTube. And I'd like to give credit to Luigi Channel 50, who gave evidence about the tweets that Good Morning America made to YouTube, and if it weren't for that, then we probably wouldn't have known who was the main culprit behind SML's demonetization. Now, a lot of people were outraged whenever these two videos came out, titled "What Parents Should Know About Inappropriate Content on YouTube" and "How Well Do YouTube's Age Restrictions Work?" And they even wrote an article about SML as well. Now, we all know that we all know that SML isn't supposed to be a channel for kids with the age of 12 and under. In my opinion, I think kids 13 and older should be watching SML's content because, one, SML has vulgar language. It is not suitable for family-friendly content, and I do not think that it should be involved in family-friendly content because just because it has puppets, just because the content involves puppets and plush dolls, it doesn't mean it's going to be friendly all the time. It just means that there's characters on the screen, on the thumbnails. That's it. And I guess that's why people are getting the misconception that it's a family-friendly content because they're using Nintendo characters as these characters who use vulgar language and whatnot. But in my opinion, I think it's the parents' fault for letting children with the ages 12 and under watching SML, because one, they should be monitoring their kids more, and they should be looking at their search history online. They should be looking at what they're watching in order to avoid themselves from having to contact the media. And I do not even think the media should have gotten involved in the first place, because this was all for videos on YouTube. This was all because SML was making their normal content on YouTube. And Chili and SML made a response, but honestly, their response was pretty terrible. It was basically them acting pretty arrogant to Good Morning America's video on Super Mario Logan, and it kind of hurt them a bit when they made that Instagram post. But I really hope that Super Mario Logan can get back on track. I really hope that if it's even possible that they can start uploading videos again, and I really hope that they can find a way to get back in the swing of things. Anyways, let's move on to honorable mention number 2. Okay, so I don't think there's any videos related to this, but Megadude TV had an awful year in 2018. He didn't really mind too much, but honestly, I still think his year was pretty frustrating with all the people that were flagging his channel. And it all started back in February, whenever he made his video on Stuff with Scout Fly, which is deleted. But he showed a clip of Stuff with Scout Fly's video, which is basically mimicking his own opinion, and it got taken down for hate speech because a troll who's a Steven Universe fan took it down just for complete hate speech when it didn't violate anything at all. And those words weren't even coming from his mouth. It was a clip from Stuff with Scout Fly's video. And then the troll, we found out, made a trolling video on Megadude TV, and it turned out that it was a complete troll. And that's how Megadude TV got his first strike. And then in March, it got a whole lot worse whenever he got flagged by a DabHDude fan. As you can see by my second video right here, I talked about what happened back in March. And it was when Megadude TV made his rant on DabHDude. His final rant, to be exact. And well, a couple of DabHDude fans didn't take kindly to his words, and he ended up getting flagged. And there were even fans who admitted that it was a good thing that Megadude TV's video was taken down. A lot of DabHDude's fans didn't condone this, and they were pretty concerned with the DabHDude fans that did take the video down. And this led up to Megadude TV getting a second strike and being off of YouTube for a couple of weeks. And also, he got his 2 strikes appealed, not appealed, but he had to wait till his 2 strikes were resolved in June, which was when he finally went on vacation to Africa. Then when he came back in August, he was already given 2 strikes in the same week. I can't remember what his first video was that he made when he came back, but I think it might have been his introduction video when he came back. but it could have been something else. I can't really remember. But his second video, I know who he made, and it was a video on Bunty King. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah. And he was arguing with Bunty King how, the soldiers are the soldiers are responsible for their actions, and he's arguing with Bunty King about the fact that Bunty King saying that they're just doing their job and whatnot. Yeah, that was what the video was about. And that video got taken down as well, so 2 videos were struck down in a week, and he already got 2 strikes again. But in October, I think it was either late or early October, he made a video saying that he was going to quit, and he just had enough of the flagging on his channel, and he was getting bored of his channel, and he was just done with his channel. He just didn't really care for his channel anymore, and he was just over it. But that was Megdupe TV's year in 2018, and I really hope he at least tries to make a comeback if he finds his motivation to do so. I mean, he has made 4 videos if you go onto his channel. Well, it says 4 videos, but he's only made 1 video, and it's about Imp Lemon and Monkey Jones. But I really hope Professor Katoons comes back, and I really hope he can find it in himself to make videos again. But anyways, we're done with this clip, on to the next one. Alright, this is the third and final honorable mention. This is Dill Pepper and DabHDude's breakup back in May. Now, I really do not know the whereabouts of her channel. I really do not know about the whereabouts of her. And no one really knows what her channel name is called, if she's even on a social media platform anymore. Nobody knows where she is. But if you do know where she is, or what she happens to be doing, then just leave a comment. But anyways, I think most of us know how the drama started. Dill Pepper asked Sub to David Land nicely if he could stop making videos on DabHDude. Sub to David Land didn't comply, and he made videos on Dill Pepper. And then, about a couple of days later, after the whole Nightminer and DabHDude incident, Dill Pepper deleted her channel. A lot of people pointed the blame at Sub to David Land because he was making videos on Dill Pepper at the time. But Dill Pepper and Sub to David Land had a Skype call with each other, and Dill Pepper said that it was not Sub to David Land, it was Jeffy is God, who was the one that gave her the option to delete her channel. Because Jeffy is God was going around tweeting at people, insulting people, harassing people, calling them names and whatnot, to people such as Dill Pepper, DabHDude, Luigi Channel 50, Puddle of Pizza, and etc. Oh, GameCube Dude, you name it. Whoever wasn't a Jeffy fan, whoever was a Jeffy hater. And a lot of people pointed the blame at Sub to David Land. And Sub to David Land, in his defense, he didn't make Dill Pepper delete her channel. But he still made videos on Dill Pepper, which gave him people the suspicion of people thinking that he was the one who made Dill Pepper delete his channel. And that is what he doesn't seem to get. That's what he didn't seem to get firsthand, was that he was being despised as a person who might have made her delete her own channel, but he kept trying to cover up, saying, I didn't do it, it was Jeffy is gone, and we knew it was Jeffy is gone. But he still made videos on Dill Pepper, and it was no excuse for him to go after someone didn't really deserve to be who didn't really deserve that many videos on her. And it's something that David needed to understand. And I don't know if he still understands that to this day. But, anyways, Dill Pepper was able to recreate her channel. I think it was either in March or April. I don't know. But she made her channel. It was a meme channel, of course. And then everything was going fine until one day, sometime in late May or early June, it was when Dill Pepper had an announcement. It was when she announced that she was going to break up with DabH Dude. She didn't have a reason for it. She didn't have any hints at why she was breaking up with DabH Dude. She just said that she wanted to break up with him. And she left for people such as Flamey Cat, Rev, Spung, Cheese, a lot of those people who used to be DabH Dude's friends. And that's why you see that there's a video here titled The Betrayal Dill Pepper. Because whenever it was either 1 or 2 days after DabH Dude lost the debate with Flamey Cat about, the whole Flamey Cat situation of him making fun of other people online and whatnot, and hurting people's feelings and whatnot. And it led to DabH Dude losing his control. It led to him getting emotional in that debate, and he had a breakdown at the end of his live stream, at the end of his debate. And I don't know if that was the reason why Dill Pepper left DabH Dude, but something in the back of her mind triggered something to do with that. And Dill Pepper was considered to be... She was called out for being a fake human being. She was called out for lying about her persona. She was called out for everything you can imagine for being a manipulative person. Is she still hated to this day? I don't know. But this led to DabH Dude being depressed. And this led to DabH Dude not being as happy as he was before, and he had a really rough start to the summer, and I really hope he's now feeling better. He probably is, but he probably isn't. But I really hope that Dill Pepper can apologize if she is even in this community anymore, and I really hope she can change what she did. I really hope she can fix what she did, because this was really messed up, and it was out of the blue as well. So anyways, let's get to our final drama topic. And number one is Skip Dip and the Flaggers. Now, this drama is number one for many reasons. I believe this is the drama that led to the downfall of the SML community, and this is what led to the downfall of SML's channel. But first, before I get to that, let me give you a description of Skip Dip and his Flaggers. Now, Skip Dip and his Flaggers had an idea in mind. They wanted to communicate with SML about their problems with the channel and why their content is being age restricted and how to get them out of that state. But after failing so many times to get Logan to respond, they had no other choice but to flag SML's content. And also, they flagged Super Luigi Logan's channel along with Chili's channel to go along with that, because Chili and Super Luigi Logan they are still associated with Super Mario Logan. Now, as you would expect, everyone was in uproar whenever this occurred. Everyone did whatever they could to try to take down Skip Dip and his flaggers. Now, one of the tactics I did agree with was people spying on Skip Dip and his flaggers because there were a lot of flaggers than you knew of. There were a lot of flaggers. People said that there were 10, 25, but trust me, there were a lot of people working for Skip Dip. And there were spies that did their jobs that did it excuse me, there were spies that did what they could to try to get information out of Skip Dip and his henchmen. But there were other people that had other ideas in mind that include a full-on attacking Skip Dip's channel, along with other egregious ideas that nobody had in mind, that not one adult had in mind. It led to people. Well, the dislike bombing I can understand, but the flagging part, it just made everyone look bad. It made everyone look like that they were both the enemies on both sides. And also, it just proved that everyone who was on SML's side was a complete hypocrite and was not following their own logic, and they were they were proving themselves wrong by flagging Skip Dip's content. They were also sending hate to other channels that weren't even associated with Skip Dip. They were sending hate to all channels that had the name Skip Dip in it, which doesn't make any sense because one, there were channels that didn't have any content of SML or anything like that in it. If you took a look at channels named Skip Dip, their channels had gameplays on it. Their channels had other types of content that was not related to memes or SML posts. And a lot of channels got undeserved hate for no reason, just because of guilty by association, of false association, because they weren't even associated with SML or Skip Dip in the first place. Just the name. Also, people were even thinking about doxing SML, and in fact he did get doxed. His IP address was leaked, and everyone was trying to get in on the action by spreading around his IP address everywhere. And it just led to, and these are the reasons why I think SML took a downfall in the community, because everyone overreacted. Mostly either the kids or the people who had a malicious intent to hurt Skip Dip. I think this is what led to the downfall of the SML community, because you had people that took evasive action to something that wasn't even needed. You had all these people that could have decided to talk with Skip Dip about what he's doing and why it's wrong, but instead they decided to not communicate with Skip Dip and flag his channel as well and dox him. And this is the reason why I tried to bring peace to this drama, because it was not needed. It was getting out of control. It was turning into a slugfest, and this drama wasn't even needed in the first place. All it could have been was a discussion, and nothing more. But instead, everyone overreacted the way they did, and they hurt their own community by doing so. it basically hurt their own community. It left a scar on the community, and it still burns to this day. It still hurts them to this day. And this drama will always be forever in the back of their minds. It will always be, and it will always be remembered as the drama that hurt this community and potentially might have killed it as well. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you liked the video, and I really hope you enjoyed this series of my top 10 dramas of 2018. And what I plan to do in the next couple or few days is that I'm going to go back to talking about regular drama in the mainstream, or this community. Of course, not the SML community, but my community. But I hope you stay tuned for my upcoming videos, and I will see you next time in my next video. See you later.